What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Morgan FlowerChild of FlowerChild Productions Incorporated. And we are on episode 5 of the Give It Life with FlowerChild. Listen, I am so excited because this has been like, 2-3 weeks I've been going directing the Hair Journey Ballet in Greensboro, North Carolina. Shout out to Royal Expressions Contemporary Ballet, Princess Johnson, the creator, producer, choreographer, amazing business owner. Shout out to the entire cast, my production crew. Yes, y'all, I would love to go down the list of talent that I have worked with on this premiere, but y'all just have to come to Winston-Salem so y'all can meet the production crew, meet the cast, meet the producer. Like, y'all need to come to Winston, May 23rd through the 25th. I'm gonna put the link in the caption so y'all can get tickets to the show. So we have a sponsor. You'll see it. Find My Way the Musical, Save the Arts Films, and FlowerChild Productions Incorporated. Okay, if you didn't see this film, you need to go check it out. Okay. This is a Save the Arts Films and FlowerChild Productions Incorporated film. Dope, starring Lindsay Draper, Alyssa Jordan, my sister Tara Jamel Jones. Got the soundtrack popping. When I tell you we sold out in the movie theater, we sold out. And I just premiered Find My Way, the live version. I wrote a stage version and a school version that's a shorter version for the kids, okay? So if you didn't see it, I'm putting the link to that in the caption, okay? But today, y'all, this is what we're talking about. This is available on YouTube, okay? YouTube. All right. So we're talking about intellectual property, okay? Intellectual property is your intangible creativity, your thoughts, things that you come up with as a creative that you need to protect. You have got to protect your creativity, your ideas, because a lot of times we sit down with people and they want to talk to you. They know you're creative. They know you're super smart. They know you're a creative genius. So they're going to try to get stuff out of you. They're going to pick your brain. But what happens when somebody decides to pick your brain and they get an idea from you and they run with it, okay? Before you even got a chance, you got to protect your work. So I'm here on Give It Life, with FlowerChild. This is what we talk about. The things that make people uncomfortable, the things we procrastinate on, because as creatives, we don't always think about, I need to protect my name, I need to protect my logo, I need to protect my scripts, I need to protect my productions, whatever it is that you're doing, your music. But I'm speaking from a theater artist standpoint, okay? Of course, I've done a couple of films with Save the Arts Films. I'm learning as I go. But my films with Save the Arts are copywritten. So when you copyright, we're talking about the difference between copyrights and publishing, okay? So as a theater director, I have directed published works. Those are works that are on a public forum. We can redo them all as much as we want to. The songs are out there in the world. We pay royalties to direct and produce these shows, okay? At whatever venue we decide. When you go online and you Google a play, let's say The Wiz, West Side Story, Grease, any play by a published playwright, you're going to find on Google, and you're going to find out how to pay for the royalties. If you don't do that and you put up some promo that you're directing August Wilson's work and you don't pay for it, you can be taken to court, okay? Because that is a published work in which you are supposed to pay for the rights to do that work. Now, if you are an you are independent theater artist, you want to have your work copywritten. Just because your work is published does not mean it's copywritten. Just because it's copywritten does not mean it's published. When you go through publishing rights, you do have to go. I suggest you make sure that it's copywritten when you publish your work. Of course, filmmakers, when you put your work on Tubi, you put your work on, I have a film, It Takes a Village Part 1, that is distributed. That means it's published for the world to see. The world can see it, but it's copywritten. So someone would have to literally pay the rights to do it as a production, or if they wanted to show the film, it is covered, okay, under law. So be very mindful that once you write your work, you copyright it. You do that through the government, okay? There is a U.S. government. I can't give you the exact. You have to Google all this stuff, but I'm giving you a little bit so you can go do your research, okay? Make sure you copyright it, and then once you copyright it, it is now in the written form, to where no one can steal your idea. If you ever see someone doing that idea, you can take them to court. I'm not talking about someone was inspired and did something similar. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about somebody actually stole the name of your show, the storyline, everything, okay? When you look at Find My Way, if you decide to go watch it, this is an original story by Rasheen Pugh. I came in and did the co-writing. I edited. Did some little plot twists and all that. The characters are original. This is an original work. It's copywritten. So if somebody were to try to do this, we could take them to court because it belongs to us and it's copywritten, okay? It's not published. So if we were to go and publish it for other people to do it, you would find that on Google, or you would come to the writers and find out how you can pay the royalties. Royalties is huge. A lot of people forget that they have to pay royalties to someone that publishes their work, okay? You still have to pay. A lot of times independent playwrights will put music that's already out there in the world. They don't pay royalties, okay? So I suggest, if you are writing an original theater work, you want to get some musicians involved and you want to get some original music, or else you will not be able to tour that work. You will only be able to do snippets. And then once you charge, if that artist were to come to your show, they can sue you for making money off of their song. I don't know if y'all know that, but this is the really real. But a lot of time in stage play, which is also known as Chitlin Circuit, or also known as, in Black theater, we call independent theater stage play. A lot of times people use the songs of popular artists, but they invite those artists to come and sing in their shows. Shout out to you all, okay? I see it all the time. I love it. I actually was in Beauty Shop with Tony Terry, and he sang, okay? So you have to be very mindful of covering your butt, your paperwork. Trademark your logo and your name. If you are promoting a business, you're promoting your productions, I promise you, make sure you get that LLC. Make sure you get that, whatever you want to do, if nonprofit, if it's an incorporation, S corp, whatever you want to do, as far as go do your research as far as the different types of businesses, and make sure you have that on paper so that when you do charge and you do get the royalties, people see your logo constantly. I know y'all see the y'all okay, because FlowerChild, we're not playing, and that's been my logo since 2001, since I've been a freelance artist. I did not put my business on paper until 2020, okay, when I was like, oh, this is like, my business is really soaring, and I have not really taken it as serious. I had to go do my research and get some resources so I could be great. So take this knowledge: publishing, distribution, trademarking, copywriting your work. Go and Google, research these things, and figure out how you can take that. It don't cost a lot. It doesn't cost a lot to copyright. It doesn't cost, there's poor man's copyright. Google that. Trademarking, but protect your intellectual property, okay? Don't let people sit around and pick your brain for hours and hours. Make sure they're partnering. Make sure that y'all are doing something that, if you're bartering, whatever the case may be, nobody should be taking your ideas and running with it, okay? If y'all are doing it together, then cool. Put that on paper. Put everything on paper. Make sure that you are covered, y'all. And thank y'all so much for watching. This is Give It Life with FlowerChild. Episode 5, intellectual property. Let's go. And go subscribe to my YouTube. Love y'all.